This week we're primarily talking about acceptance. And the thing to keep in mind when we're talking about acceptance is that meeting of the minds. And by that, what we're really looking at is when somebody makes an offer, the offer has to have all the terms in it. So you can't say, oh, I accept, but. So for example, let's say that I'm going to buy your car. And so you've made an offer to me, the price and everything else. And I say, oh yeah, I'll buy it for that, but I'll pay you in 2 installments. Anything that you change, that but, is going to actually be a counter offer. And the reason is, if you wanted to sell the car to me and I accept, as soon as I say yes, we have a contract. So the problem you're going to have is there's a contract, and now I've added new terms like, no, I can't take 2 installments. I need the money now. So that's why you want to be really careful about the but. If I change anything other than just yes, I will accept what you offered, then we're not going to have a true contract. It's not acceptance. All we have is a counter offer. So keep that in mind. Other things that you want to think about, the mailbox rule. Even though it seems like it's kind of outdated because we don't use mail as much these days, it's still relevant because mailbox rule really means that if you have made an offer by mail, then acceptance can also come back by mail. But here's how that works. Normally, acceptance takes place when received. When received. However, under the mailbox rule, if you make an offer to someone by mail, then as soon as they send their acceptance, the contract is formed, even if you don't receive it for 2 weeks later. For example, I sent my mother a card on her birthday. Sent it probably 3 days before her birthday. She didn't get it until 2 weeks after her birthday. I don't know what happened to it, but I tried. So in that kind of scenario, we had a contract 3 days before her birthday if I had been sending acceptance. So that's really important to think about that. Under the mailbox rule, acceptance takes place when it's delivered, when it's sent, not when it's accepted. So somebody who's waiting for that letter to come in for acceptance, they already may have a contract. The reason I bring it up is, even though it doesn't apply as much today with mailboxes, very few people would actually send out an offer, it applies very much to emails and text messages. So emails and text messages are another way that you have to sort of watch for that, because if I email you and make an offer to you and you email back your acceptance, the contract was formed when you hit send. Even if there's some kind of problem and it goes to my junk mail or something like that, there's a contract. So we have to be very careful about those kind of circumstances, because what we don't want to have happen is a contract to be formed and I don't even know about it. I don't even know about it. So you've got to keep an eye open for those things. The last is on Chapter 8, make sure you review what can create problems with acceptance. And oftentimes mistakes are very important. So read the unilateral and mutual mistake issue, because that can change the contract completely. If you are talking about one thing and I'm talking about something completely different, we don't really have a meeting of mind. We're not actually agreeing on anything. We've kind of missed each other completely. So think about that when you take a look at the Chapter 8 information. And then also, if there's a contract formed where you're forced to under duress, because if you don't, someone's going to shoot your dog, no contract. So think about those issues and have a great week.